Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft and also Zenshin Academy. I do have my other YouTube channel up and I do post on it on occasion. I'm still posting martial art videos on this channel because I haven't quite figured out what my particular niche is going to be over at Zenshin. I have tons of videos for my personal training, but I have not posted a lot of it onto Zenshin Academy channel because I'm not sure if I want to post all of those videos. Also, I have tons of instructional videos, not just stuff I've done, but instructional videos as far as martial arts go. I have thousands of them, but I'm not posting them because I don't have the rights to them. It's not my works, and I'll be posting other people's stuff, and sometimes that gets a little touchy. YouTube is insane right now, so I'm not sure if there's any, there would be any copyright issues with that. I'm not making any money off of it, so it's not like I'm doing it for money or anything, but they still sometimes tend to get a little touchy about posting, I guess, copyrighted material. And sometimes even the people find out about it and they get a little testy about it, which I can see. So I haven't been posting any instructional videos outside of things that I filmed myself. So with that said, there we go. Now, I went to, and that's not even what this video is. I went to a seminar yesterday. It was a system called American Escrima. So let's find a little shady area. Let's sit down and let's have a little chat. All right, this will work. So I went to this American Escrima seminar. It's a stick art, Filipino stick art. Escrima, Arnis, Kali. And I've studied Kali since the mid 80s, and I don't practice a lot of it right now because my Aikido takes precedence, because that's what I'm teaching at the dojo right now. Anyway, the seminar was nice. I liked it. I did. I enjoyed it. A few things. Well, the cost was pretty effective for me anyway. I mean, it's martial arts, so I'm going to go out of my way to afford to do it. If it was anything else, it would have been kind of expensive for me, and I might not have been able to afford it. But because it was martial arts, I made allowances for this. The seminar was $50. And again, like I said, that's not a lot of money to a lot of people, but Michelle and I live on a very strict budget. But I did allow for this. So the seminar cost $50, and I purchased the 3 videos, DVDs that he was selling, which also cost me $50. So I spent $100 on the seminar, and I'm glad I did. I'll say I'm glad I did. I enjoyed it. It was very, very good. I liked it. A little bit from my perspective, my personal perspective, which everything that I say is my personal perspective, as I say many times. From how I comprehend this system, the guy that was teaching it, him and another guy got together, and this other guy had some, I had went to a Remy Priestess seminar or something like that. Anyway, he was a Kempoist, and he incorporated the stick stuff into his martial art. And other people were wanting him to teach it to them, but they were mainly karate, and it has its differences. So he was trying to figure out how to teach the collie to karate people, and this other guy who did the seminar jumped in and helped encourage him to do that, and somehow he came up with his system, American Escrima. So he created the system so that he could teach karate people how to do Escrima, and it became a thing, and now it's a system of theirs. And supposedly the guy last night said that the guy who created the art, and I'm not using any names because I can't remember, but the guy who created the art is getting older, having health issues, so he passed it on to the so-called co-founder, which is the one that encouraged him to do the art. Blunt, honest, and truthful. This American Escrima thing, although I enjoyed doing it, I had fun doing it, and I'm going to go back to another seminar in a few months as well. And I'm keeping in contact with this guy. It's not for me. It is too much based off of karate. It's karate oriented. It's very linear. They use terms like block, and they actually use blocking. You know how they do the upper blocks and middle blocks and all that crap that doesn't work and isn't real. Yeah, I didn't like that. Now, the way I teach collie, there's movements similar to that, and you kind of can't avoid it to some degree, but they're not blocking. I'm not stopping. A block stops motion. It's a forceful stop of motion. Now, I'm not saying that's the official term for blocking, but that is my term. That's my definition of blocking. It is a forceful stop of motion. The last thing I want to do is forcefully stop motion. So anyway, he didn't do anything I haven't seen before. He didn't do anything that I haven't been doing since the 80s as an overall thing. I got two things. I got two things out of that seminar, and I'll tell you what, these two things to me was worth the $100 I spent to go to it. Not only did I have fun, it was very entertaining, but I did get two things out of it. Now, they were doing a stick drill that I had not seen before, and I liked it. I liked it enough to where I'm going to start doing it now. So that one thing that I saw was there was a stick drill in there that I really liked that I had not seen before, and I liked the flow. So I'm gonna take it and use it. Basically, it's a two. Let's see, how did it go? No, I'm sorry. 4, 8, 6, 2. There we go. You can go 4, 8, 6, 2, or you can go 2, 6, 8, 4. That's the flow that I like. They also added a number 9 poke. Now, they did not use the angles that I do. They did not have a system of organized angles like I do. So my system, I developed it. I use it. Now, I'm not saying other people don't use this. I'm just saying that I came up with it myself. It's not because I saw it somewhere else. But these guys didn't do that. I have a circular, it's basically just imagine a circle like a clock in front of you. And I start from the left because I'm left-handed, and I start in the middle, 1. So straight across the body from left to right is 1. Angle 2 is a 45-degree angle from shoulder to hip. 3 is straight down. 4 is on this shoulder down. 5 is straight across. 6 goes from the right hip up to the shoulder. 7 goes straight up the body. 8 goes from the left shoulder up to the right, or I'm sorry, the left hip up to the right shoulder. And number 9 goes straight down the middle. That's my numbering system. That's how I equate everything, because those 9 angles are the only angles that any attack ever come from. So if I equate any attack to one of these angles, I don't have to think about what it is. I just have to remember the number system. So 4, 8, 6, 2. That's it. 4, 8, 6, 2. I write 4, 8, 6, 2 down, and there it is. That's it. That's the sequence. Period. You don't have to remember anything but 4, 8, 6, 2. Period. So anyway, they didn't do that. So they were making it a little more complicated, I think, and some of the students were having trouble remembering it. And the person I was working with, I told them, I said, listen, I've got an easier way to remember all this, because they were having trouble remembering the sequence. And then I thought, well, they're not a student of mine. They're not using this system, and if I just give it to this person right now, I could really see them taking it and using it in their system, and then, you know. So I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. So maybe it was a little bit rude of me to keep that to myself. I could have made it a lot easier for everybody. But they don't use that system, so who's it to me to you know, tell them, hey, here's a good idea, won't you use it? I came up with this, won't you just take it and use it yourself, and you know, take my uniqueness. But no, I didn't do that. So anyway, that flow drill I liked. Now the second thing that I got out of this seminar that is just as important, if not more important, is it has encouraged and excited me about formulating my collie into a teachable, manual type, organized teaching lesson. I have the Aikido, my Zenshin Aiki. Aikido is very organized at this point. I've spent many years organizing it to where I have it very organized and teachable, and it's repeatable. So I could just hand you the manual and anyone can teach it. I do not have that for my sticks, my Olisi, my Zenshin Olisi, which is the stick collie stuff. I don't have that. This seminar has encouraged me to do that. They started their own Escrima system because somebody went to a Remy Priestess seminar and decided they were going to add that to their Kempo style, and then he organized it, implemented it into his system, and now it's an organized system for them. I haven't quite organized it enough to make it a part of my system. It is a part of my system. You know, it's involved in my 2nd degree black belts and 3rd degree black belt systems, but I don't have it written down, organized, structured in a manual like I do the Aikido stuff, which I need to do, and this seminar has encouraged me to do that. So there are the 2 things that I got from this seminar. One is that little flow drill that I hadn't seen before. I really like it. And 2, it has enthused me to organize and structure my collie into my Zenshin Olisi system, part of my Zenshin Aikijitsu. So there we go. Now, I enjoyed the seminar. Should I say this? Am I being egotistical? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't like saying great things, or not even great things. I don't like saying really good things about myself, because I question, is it true? Do I just think that? And regardless of whether it's true or I just think that, Am I being an arrogant ass for expressing it? I've been told by many people to express myself honestly about the way I feel when it comes to my martial arts, and that a lot of times I tend to underrate myself. I've even been told I have a Japanese false humbleism because, anyway, okay, I'm gonna say it. I don't mean this in a rude way. I don't mean this in a bad way, and I'm not trying to say I'm awesome and fantastic. What they were doing was fine. I think mine is better. And of course I think that, because it was created for me by me, so why wouldn't it be better for me, because it's exactly what I want and need. As whereas this American Escrima was not designed by me, nor is it based off of the way I train or fight. It's based really for karate people, and I'm not a karate person. So my system is better for me. I think it's better overall, honestly. But again, I'm biased. Everybody there were several people there that had been in that system for a while, and I just think in general I was better than any of them, and I think myself personally, as far as skill goes, not specifically with the American Escrima, because I am not proficient in the American Escrima system. So let me get that out right now. I am not proficient at the American Escrima system. Therefore, I would not be better than anybody in that system because I'm not proficient with it. And there were several people that were quote unquote proficient at that system. But I think as far as a stick oriented, and I don't want to use the word fighting, or a stick-oriented structured martial art, I was better than any of them, including the instructor, including the person putting on the system. Now, he has his skills in his system because he's been doing it for 20 or 30 years or however long, and that's his thing, and he's in charge of it, and he's the master of it, and you know, that's that. But I think in general, without using systems, if we were to get rid of the American Escrima and the Zenshin Olisi tags, you know, mine is the Zenshin Olisi, that's my way of doing things, his is the American Escrima thing. If you were just to put a stick in his hand and a stick in my hand, and we were to demonstrate to a group of people who weren't biased in any way, shape, or form our stick abilities, I truly believe that I would do better. Is that rude? I hope that's not rude or obnoxious or arrogant. But I do truly believe that. I really do. I had fun at the seminar. I learned those two things specifically, and learning two things from a seminar is pretty damn good. It was an all-day event. It was a 4 or 5 hour event, excluding the lunchtime. I had fun. I enjoyed it. As long as the guy who runs it doesn't get shitty, if he sees this, if he doesn't get crappy, I'd like to go back to another one. I had fun, but I mean, honestly, overall, I think if we removed the requirements and the system aspect of it, because if I were to go to the American Escrima, to an American Escrima school and try to do their system, I wouldn't do as well as he would, because he knows it. He knows the system in and out. Hell, of course he knows it. He freaking helped develop it. So, of course he knows it better than I do. If he were to come to Zinshin Olisi classes, I would outshine him, because I'm used to that. That's how I know the system. I'm used to that. I developed it. So he wouldn't look as good because he wouldn't know the system. But if you take all of that away and you just have objective people looking at his stick work and objective people looking at my stick work, and again, I'm biased. I think mine looks better, and I think I'm more proficient and effective than he would be. It's just a personal opinion, and take it for what it is. But I do have the seminar on video. My wife videoed it. I really don't think he would like me posting it. He didn't say anything. I didn't ask. He didn't say anything, but he was a little hesitant letting me even film it, because he said that, he sells DVDs on the system, and I think one of the biggest reasons he let me do it was the fact that I told him, I said, well, I'm going to buy all three of your tapes, all three of your DVDs anyway. I said, I'm going to buy them anyway, so why does it matter if I film it? So I think that because I bought his collection, he only had 3, so I bought all 3 of them. I think doing that encouraged him to let me film it. I was going to buy him anyway, but anyway, I was going to buy him regardless if I got to film it or not. I just wanted footage of me at the seminar. Now, as far as I understand it, Michelle filmed more of him, and because I want to see it. She explained it this way: want to see it the way he does it. Doesn't need to see the way I do it, because we know how I do it. But I just wanted video of me at the seminar. So she filmed the seminar, and I'm sure I'm in it somewhere. I haven't looked at it yet. But anyway, there it is. If I have the opportunity and the permission, I will post the seminar. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, and you guys can be the objective group of people, and you can decide if styles weren't involved and system organization and all that stuff wasn't involved. If you just looked at his stick work versus my stick work, who would be more proficient, do you think? Who do you think would be more proficient and skilled as far as that goes? I don't know. I'm biased, so I can't really make that call because I'd be biased. So anyway, thank you guys for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and thank you in advance for going over to the Zinshin Academy and watching that stuff too. Enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.